Okay, one last quick video, guys, before we go, and this is going to kind of just be a really quick hello world. I always feel obligated to do a hello world in whatever class I'm teaching. So this is going to be as quickly as possible the hello world.html. So this will be the first introduction to HTML, and it'll give us an opportunity to run through our git commands one more time. So we all know about the ubiquitous hello world. It's the first program you write in a new language, and it's going to be the first design we make in HTML. So to get started, we are in our week 1 directory, and you saw that we created that test.html in the last video. We're going to leave that alone and create a new one. We're going to create one called hello.html. So we'll type touch hello.html. We'll make sure it's there. We'll do a git status, make sure it's in the untracked bin, and then we'll do git add hello.html. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So now we know we have it in there and tracked, and we can start editing it. So let's hop back out to TextMate. We'll go into week 1 and we'll go to hello. So here is hello.html, and there isn't really much here. And also what we can do is we can take this and drag it over to our browser. And there, now I can get a real-time view of, well, not real-time, but we're looking at the same file now, both from a text editor and from a browser standpoint. So the first thing we need to do is make sure that we're in the proper language. That's right. And okay, so every HTML document needs a doc type. It's not an HTML document without one. And in this class, we are going to be primarily using the HTML5 doc type. So that's also the simplest one, and it's just doc type HTML. So the next thing every HTML file needs is a head. So we're going to do a quick head here with the defaults from TextMate, and we're going to give it a title. Just like that. So now, if we've saved it, if we come over here to our browser and refresh, we can see that our title has changed to Hello World. So that's a good first step. The next thing we need is a body. And that's going to hold the main content of our HTML. And then we need to just make sure we close our opening HTML tag. Now, you can also do another HTML tag here where you can supply a language attribute, which is actually a pretty good idea. Although this HTML is optional, it's a little awkward to have a closing tag without the opening. Even if you do consider the opening doc type the first HTML tag, it's not a bad idea to put this one in as well. So, and now in grand Hello World style, we'll create an H1, which is a level 1 heading, or the very top heading that you can get. So this is going to be the most important heading, and we'll type Hello World, and we'll hit save. Let's capitalize that too. And we'll refresh, and there you have it. That is Hello World in HTML. And just to show you guys real quickly how style sheets might lead into that, we can quickly put a style on our H1 tag and change the font to Helvetica. Now, this is an inline style sheet. We usually would not put our style sheets in the HTML file, although this is completely legal. It's usually better to keep them in a separate file and keep them more organized. But for such a small little Hello World app, it makes sense to just put them in the head of the document. So that is basically HTML and CSS in a nutshell, a really brief Hello World example. And before we forget, let's shoot back to iTerm and do a git status. And we can see that we've modified hello.html, so we'll need to add that to the queue. And then we can commit that, git commit m hello world. Git push origin master. Sorry, I have to keep typing my credentials, guys. On future videos, I'll make sure these are saved properly so that you don't have to watch me type my password every time. Okay, so now if everything went well, and I believe it should have, should be able to go to GitHub and into our TC349 repository, into week 1, and there you have it, hello.html, hello world. So that's that. That's an entire Git workflow, and we've just created our very first website. Hello world.